I appreciate you guys coming out here this evening to hear my informative speech. As teenagers enter the world of developing relationships and dating, there's also the threat of violence in unhealthy relationships. Teen dating violence is becoming a common problem among our teens, and it's something that is not talked about very often. Based on my research that I did on teen dating violence, I will be presenting to you tonight some warning signs and strategies to help overcome these unhealthy relationships. I will do this by defining what teen dating violence is, by sharing some statistics among our teens, and also by listing some warning signs. The Dating Violence Advocacy website defines teen dating violence as any behavior in a romantic or intimate relationship that is intended to establish an unequal balance of power and control and can include verbal, emotional, physical, sexual, and/or social harm to one or both people. Teen dating violence is prevalent in all races, gender, and socioeconomic lines of society. It is mainly apparent in relationships that are thought of as a more serious relationship rather than casual dating. It is mostly prevalent among teenage girls rather than boys, which makes it a greater risk for teenage girls with serious injuries. The statistics as far as teen dating violence was quite alarming to me. The Dating Violence Advocacy website listed that approximately 1 in 3 teenage girls reported being physically and or sexually abused by a dating partner. And the StayTeen.organization website did a study back in 2002, and they revealed that 57% of teens knew somebody that had been physically, sexually, or verbally abusive in a dating relationship. Teen dating violence, it is a growing epidemic. The Dating Violence Advocacy website also did a study back in 1986, and their study revealed that teens dating in a local high school, that 12% had experienced abuse in one of their relationships, compared to a study they did in 2000 where 30 to 50% of females in the local high school reported having experienced some sort of teen dating violence. There are some warning signs and strategies to help these victims overcome the unhealthy relationships. Sometimes it's difficult and it's hard for victims in an unhealthy relationship to actually recognize that there is abuse because their emotions are overwhelming and it's hard for them to step back and evaluate their situation. And oftentimes victims are very quiet and do not speak about the abuse because of fear from the victim or embarrassment, and sometimes they just have such a lack of self-esteem. Some of the warning signs that teens should consider when entering the dating relationships is to ask themselves whether or not there's extreme jealousy or some type of controlling behavior in the relationship. Does the partner have uncontrollable mood swings, or do they blame their problems on other people? Sometimes there could be drug or alcohol abuse. These are many warning signs that one could be in an unhealthy relationship. Is there verbal or emotional abuse, such as name-calling, threats, insults, and sometimes intimidation? There are signs as parents and even as peers can recognize on the outside that one may be in an unhealthy relationship, and the most obvious would be physical signs of injury, such as bruising or broken bones. Another warning sign is isolation. If the teen isolates themselves from their family and friends, it's a telltale sign that there's probably some type of controlling behavior in the relationship they're in. Some strategies to help these teens get out of the unhealthy relationship is really communication. Communication is the key here. They must be willing to talk to someone about it, a friend, a parent, teacher, or another adult about it. Once they talk about it, they'll realize, just as some of the statistics that I shared with you, that it's not very uncommon and that there is ways to get help. You see on my board there's a National Teen Dating Abuse Helpline, or there's a fabulous website that I got through the Dating Abuse website called www.loveisrespect.org. There are some great tips in there and strategies to help with resources to get out of an unhealthy relationship. It is also really important for the victim of teen dating violence to build their character and self-esteem. You know, getting involved in school, extracurricular activities, clubs, sports, arts and music is a good way for them to meet new friends and to gain that and build up their character and self-esteem. It's really easy for teens to fall victim to teen dating violence, and if they're not informed of these warning signs, you know, they may realize when it's too late that they're actually in an unhealthy relationship. Teen dating violence is a serious problem among our teens today, and it's very important that we inform others of the knowledge of this abuse and make our teens aware of the warning signs that when they are dating and in relationships that they can recognize whether or not that they're in an unhealthy or a healthy relationship. I appreciate you guys coming out tonight again, and I thank you for your time.